Now, a British couple who were detained by the Taliban in Afghanistan for almost 8 months have returned over the weekend to the UK. Peter and Barbie Reynolds, who lived and worked in the country for many years, were arrested by the Taliban 8 months ago. They haven't given any formal interviews since their release, but their daughter has shared some of their initial thoughts with the BBC. And with me is our diplomatic correspondent, Caroline Hawley, who has seen what they have actually sent. And Caroline, what did they say, first of all, about just the whirlwind nature of the last few days?
Just how very happy they are. What happened is on Friday they were suddenly released by the Taliban. They didn't even know what was happening. It was the result of mediation by Qatar and by what the Minister for the Middle East, Hamish Faulkner, told BBC Breakfast was good old-fashioned democracy. So there was, sorry, did I say democracy? I meant diplomacy. So the family then went out to Qatar. They were flown to Qatar. They had medical checks there, and then they flew back to the UK on Saturday. They are now resting and recuperating. They had medical problems, they said, while they were in incarceration for, as you said, almost 8 months. Both of them had severe anaemia. Peter Reynolds, who's 80, I believe, had heart problems. So they had a very, very difficult time. But they do say that they were, for the most part, treated well and with respect. But they also said that when they were first arrested, they were told that it would only be a few hours and that they were guests of the government. And then when their release didn't happen, Peter Reynolds said he feared they might be executed. So obviously it was an absolutely terrifying time. And they also said that they were held in 10 different jails over that 7.5 months.
Yes, it must have been absolutely terrifying, the unknown nature of what they faced. They addressed, didn't they, the fact, something they'd actually said before, what it was actually like to be chained to murderers.
Yes, there was a court appearance in which Peter was chained by his ankles and by his hands, and he said he was chained to murderers and rapists. And for his wife, Barbie, who's 76, she said that was the worst time. And he said, we'd been married for 55 years and being separated was the worst moment for him of their ordeal. They also said that they were never told exactly why they were arrested. And they were told that they said that it was a mystery why they have now been released, but they were told by both the Qatari and the British authorities that no deal had been made. And the Taliban, when they released them on Friday, just said that they had, a spokesperson said they'd served their time and didn't say exactly why they were arrested, although a Taliban spokesman told a BBC colleague at the time that they had flown a small plane to Bamiyan province, which is where they had their business, a business providing training programs. They'd flown a small plane without permission. I haven't had an answer yet to my question about whether they had done that before. So we don't know exactly why they were held, but clearly.
So that is really interesting that throughout the course of the 8 months, they never learned, they didn't learn it even at their release. Did they say anything about whether they would go back, because they've spent so many years there in Afghanistan? Their love for Afghanistan is so obvious.
That's right. They married there in 1970. Then I think it was 2009, they set up this charity called Rebuild. They're trying to, they say, make an Afghanistan that is healthy and part of the world. That's what the stated aim of the organisation was. About going back to Afghanistan, on Friday on the tarmac, Barbie Reynolds told journalists that we're Afghan citizens and we hope to go back if we can. But you probably know that the Foreign Office advice is that people should not travel to Afghanistan. It's very dangerous. There is a risk of arrest. And what they said is, we are confident in the many wonderful Afghans we know to bring about a positive future, for their country without us. So I think at the moment they're not planning to go back, which is probably wise.